They said it was lost, that the Ark of the Covenant vanished when the temple fell, that it faded into legend, that it became myth. But they were wrong, because far from Jerusalem, high in the mountains of Ethiopia, a secret has lived, not in books, not in ruins, but in breath, in men. Men who gave their entire lives to guard it. Men who never left a stone chapel in Axum. Men who whispered to no one. And today, those men are disappearing, one by one. No headlines, no funerals, no successors. And the world remains silent. But silence is no longer safety. Because what they guarded, if it is real, changes everything we thought we knew about faith, history, and power. This is not just a story about relics. It's about empire, about prophecy, and about what happens when the last keeper of a forgotten truth vanishes. This is the story of the vanishing Ark bearers of Ethiopia, and it begins in fire. The Ark of the Covenant. Crafted in the desert under divine command, carried by a nomadic tribe, followed by pillars of fire and smoke. They said it could kill with a glance, that unworthy hands touching it would fall dead, that it parted rivers, crushed armies, summoned storms. And for centuries, it was the heart of Israel. Solomon's temple was its throne. Priests trembled in its presence, and then it disappeared. 586 BC, Babylon invades Jerusalem. The temple is reduced to ashes. The Ark is never mentioned again. Gone, erased. No grave, no treasure list, not a whisper. For the West, this became legend. Hollywood made movies. Archaeologists made guesses. Theologians argued. But somewhere else, the Ark was never lost. Because to Ethiopia, it was never a question. It was a fact, and they had already been guarding it for over 2,000 years. The Kebra Nagast, Ethiopia's royal chronicle, makes a claim few dare to believe, that the Queen of Sheba bore Solomon's child. That this child, Menelik I, returned to Ethiopia carrying the Ark. Some say he stole it, others say God willed it. But according to Ethiopian faith, the Ark left Jerusalem by divine order, and with it, the divine covenant moved. To Africa. Ethiopian emperors ruled under this belief for centuries. They claimed Solomonic blood. Their coronations invoked the Ark. And at the center of it all, hidden behind a veil, was the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion. Not a palace, not a fortress, but a quiet chapel, walled off, locked, sealed, where only one man may enter, the guardian. And once he enters, he never leaves again. No one chooses to become the guardian. The guardian is chosen by omen, by vision, by council of monks who do not speak to outsiders. Once chosen, he is anointed and disappears. He walks into the chapel and never walks out again. He does not see his family again. He does not breathe outside air again. He lives and dies with the Ark. For years, sometimes decades, he remains inside, praying day and night. Witnesses speak of the toll it takes. Guardians age rapidly. Their bodies wither, their voices weaken, but their eyes burn. They are not alone in that room, some say. They speak with it, or it speaks with them. But what if no one is there anymore? What if the line has broken? Because the last guardian is gone. And no one knows who replaced him, or if anyone did. In 2020, the last known guardian died. No public announcement, no new appointment. The silence was deafening. But the world was already watching. Over the past decades, foreign agents have taken interest. Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, even the Vatican. Scholars sent under the guise of archaeology. Journalists turned away, tourists forbidden. Because if Ethiopia's claim is true, then the global religious hierarchy collapses. If Ethiopia holds the Ark, then Rome does not. Then Jerusalem does not. Then centuries of doctrine are undone. And the silence around Axum is strategic. But pressure builds. Because as the guardians vanish, the line of protection weakens. And for those who seek to own the Ark, not protect it, this may be the moment they've been waiting for. There is a prophecy among Ethiopia's elders that the Ark will not be stolen. It will be given. Given by those too weak, too distracted, or too corrupted to protect it. And when that happens, judgment begins. Some believe we are already in the judgment. Pandemics, global chaos, spiritual emptiness. Are these coincidences or echoes of a covenant unraveling? The Ark, according to some monks, is not just a container. It is a throne of power. It emits energy, sound, light. Only the pure can approach. And when the pure are gone, what remains? Today, the chapel still stands. The walls are closed, the doors are sealed. But behind them, no one knows. No chants, no incense, no movement, only questions. Was another guardian appointed? Is the Ark still inside, or has it already been moved? Some whisper that the Ark has gone underground. Others claim it was taken years ago, and the chapel is now a decoy. But all agree, something has changed. The tension is thick. The air in Axum feels different, and the silence is no longer holy. It is warning, because if the Ark is real, and the last of its guardians are truly gone, then the next chapter is no longer about belief. It's about revelation. And revelation never comes without fire. They guarded it in silence. They guarded it in faith. They died without speaking. But now, the silence is speaking for them. And what it says is terrifying. Because the last keepers of the Ark are gone, and the world has no idea what happens next.